Death Metal Podcast, episode 41. It's coming live off Instagram and did a 2-hour slint on there too, just to broaden the horizons, like beyond just going live on YouTube. There's a lot of death metal fans and friends and cool people that are on Instagram. So like, why not go on both, right? I mean, you can't get hurt. I'm on Instagram, sometimes looking at death metal stuff. So, I mean, I feel like going live on there seems like a natural reaction, and going on here, same deal, So we came on, or when we were on there, we were showing Dylan from Head Split, just mentioned offhand because I had the curtain down back here, and there was demos showing. He was like, just pull out anything and just show it, and I was just pulling out banger after banger, man, like just crazy demos and rare stuff. And after 1 hour on Instagram, they like chop you off, and then it started again. And then I did a whole thing where I just grabbed some fanzines here and I was just showing those off. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna come on YouTube live tonight too. What's up, Walter Costa? And play some songs for a little while, and just do like a regular death metal podcast. There was some people from bands hitting me up, which a lot of people have been doing that lately. They want to hit me up, and I encourage it too. If you're in a death metal band, black metal band, super grindcore band, like, you should hit me up. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, Roy Fox, and Necroharmonic, or Death Metal Podcast. Like, hit me up. I mean, if you think you have videos that are extreme enough for me to play on here, I would definitely rock those. And what's up, Jesus Drinks Jet Fuel? I would definitely rock those, man. Like, I go on here. I mean, I'd have to listen to it first, obviously. But hey, you, what's going on? All my same alumni, death metal freaks. So let's bring some music to the pot. I was just live on IG for 2 hours. How about this? This is new as of today.
Hello, everybody. We're more funny in case you don't know. It's our first time playing in Buffalo. It's fucking great. So I want to see these people like puke me fucking nuts up. I'd like to make a special dedication and incantation for hooking us up with a ride and putting up with a terrible fucking night last night. Plus, I'd like to dedicate this immolation and your cat. This next song's called
Death Metal Podcast with live Gorephobia from the Day of Death. They had played a split set with Incantation, who hopped on at the end of their set, unannounced, uninvited, maybe. I happened to write an article for Noxious Ruins about the whole incident, too. So look out for that in the future. It'll be in issue 7, maybe. So I'm not sure when that comes out. A couple of weeks, I think he said. But Noxious Ruins magazine, I wrote an article regarding the whole incident of that show right there at the Day of Death back in 1990, which was with up in Buffalo, where you had like Repulsion headlining, and you had like the early stages of like your Cannibal Corpse, and I don't think they had an album out, and Mortician, no album. Gorephobia, Suffocation, Deceased, really early death metal. It was like, for me, I know there was a Michigan Death Fest and a Milwaukee Metal Fest before these, but the Day of Death was like my first like death metal festival, and Autopsy was the headliner too. So it was like the most intense death metal fest ever for somebody that's like, I guess I was like probably like 17, so I had just turned 18, I think. if it was 1990. So yeah. All right, let's step over to Germany for this demo. Fucking sick. Corporaphagist from Germany. Old demo, man. Like super obscurity. Tim from AC was in the chat here. He said I own this and I played with them in Germany. plus Fred and I destroyed Allentown. Oh, they just destroyed Allentown. Oh, got you. Damn. Okay, I must have just missed that. Sorry, guys. Maybe if I would have gave you the stream, I was still live on Instagram earlier, so I can't stream a live thing from there. But yeah, I would have been cool, bro. If you guys have any videos, you can send them to necroharmonic@gmail.com. If you guys have any friends, I don't think you have any, so I doubt anyone taped you. But if they did, or, somebody did, that would be cool. I would definitely like to show Burt Bacharach videos on here. But how about this? live Rotravor. That was an instrumental because they were having I think they had a little whatever. But we can all enjoy a live Rotravor instrumental, right? Fuck, dude. You see he's busting out solos in there and shit. So Death Metal Podcast, Saturday night edition. I didn't even announce this. I was live on Instagram for like a couple hours and then just showing some demos and stuff and talking about fanzines and stuff. And I was like, you know what? Like, we can go live on regular ass YouTube because it's easier to show flyers and promote things. And if there was a couple bands I had talked to that was either playing tonight or they would have send me some footage or something to play. So I was like, yeah, I'll go live for a few hours. If somebody wants to send something in from those bands, then we're good, you know? So there's a show coming up in Germany. I wanted to look out my boys from NRW, Wormelskirchen, etc. So April 21st and 22nd, Dark Millennium, and Resurrected, Suffocate Bastard, Depression, Heretic Warfare, bunch of other bands, man. 2-day ticket going on at AJZ Badheim in Wormelskirchen. And this is it's the Hymns of Eternal Decay Fest. So this is a rare lineup too, because you have certain bands that like don't play, you know? So really cool stuff, cool guys, awesome scene. I've been to this club, AJC Bandem. Sorry for my bad pronunciation. Wormelskirchen, you know, and death metal people from Germany are super cool, and always respect their death metal. Like, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's different in Germany than it is in America. America is its own thing, obviously, and then America also has like a lot of hardcore injected into it. It's metal, so I don't know. In Germany, though, like, you know, they're all about, like, you know, just like a little more beer songs, you know. There is, I'll talk about some other shows after I play some other music here. Let's see what we got in the chamber here. Here's an old demo from an old Finnish band from 1990. Super obscure. Was members of Interment Finland. And members from Interment Finland were members on the first demo of Funebre. What's up? Monstrosity from Finland. Love the cover. Yeah, those early members of Interment from Finland who did the Life Hereafter release. Tonight, we kind of went live really fast, so I wasn't too prepared. I was talking to my friend earlier. He's in the vacuous depths. They were playing this show with Deceased. So we were going to try to play some of their music, but it didn't time out too well. But shout out to Austin. With Death Metal Podcasts, I like to try to play stuff that's different, maybe that hasn't really shined too far. So here's something to check out. This is a new band. They're called Funeral Reality, and they're completely an Autopsy worship.
So
Right. We lost that. So back to the music. Did that sound like a band that recognizable just a little bit? That was Maximum Trauma. I was just messaging you, Carl. The sound was a little rough. Anybody remember Living Decay? I do. Hell yeah. Yeah, this is very nice Autopsy worship. Cool shit. I had just discovered them through like Bandcamp or something. I saw they had a couple of cool releases. Completely off-center, Autopsy worship. So, and even their newer release, it's called the Maximum Funeral Reality. So that's as Autopsy-esque as you get, right? Which is super cool. Let's play my man Carl's old band, Indignation, Words of Deceit. Fuck yeah, old fucking shit. I think that demo was from 91. So that's fucking my man from Pius Livis's band. Early band. Super fucking brutal. That was put out by Go Throne. There's also this new tape that came out. I just got it today in the mail. Thank you. ETD demo. Francisco from Jamming Out All Badass's new cassette demo release, full length kind of thing. Flex in it. So here's the cassette too. Came out super brutal looking. This is super fucking sick. Look at that shit. Nefarious Means. I was looking at a little deeper at the song titles, like let's see here. Mutilated Stiffs, which is sick. Nuclear Fog, brutal. Yeah. So ETD demo. I bet you Frasier don't have it. I don't think that stuff ever came out. CF. Maybe it didn't. All right, so next up on the agenda, there's this band that was we released a couple CDs with them. They were on Necroharmonic. They're called Gut. Oh, the codec didn't work. My bad. Damn. I tried to play something that didn't play, but let's try this out instead. This band's from Australia. Death Metal Podcast coming at you with the day everything became nothing from Australia. I played the intro and then a one song from the La Morte release. They have several releases out, mostly, if not all, on Australian record label. Super sick. Wanted to say shout out to Carl for trying to stream the thing, and that was his band too. Nekvor, Sarcophago, Split. But you obviously got to put this side up, right? Since it got the Demo 97. 97? Come on, man. Slipping. That was great, crazy gargling stuff. You got a copy of this, bro? Going hard, right? Going fucking hard. So, Death Metal Podcast earlier, I was on Instagram, repping up some old demos, just talking, like it felt like I should double duty, double stream, play some music and try to support a few shows if I could, and then I wanted to announce some flyers my friend had sent me from Germany. They got the upcoming show and their festival going on there, and then have some other announcements and other stuff too. But it was a little spur of the moment-y. I didn't really set too much music up to play here. Just was like whatever, like I don't think certain things have to be completely planned out in every way, shape, or form. It's interesting to do a death metal podcast or a live, let's call it a live stream, because like a lot of times you are just like, you could be like winging it literally. So you don't like, I'm winging it. I mean, I guess some people like have a bunch of like pre-canned this and that's, and but personally, I'm winging it. Check out this band. I was talking to my friend the other day. Some old shit. Dripping, old New Jersey band. Actually have a release out on Necroharmonic. It's called Bring the Suffering. The old, they were really innovative at their time, basically, and their sound was innovative too. Yeah, the drums are incredible. Devourment clone? Not really, but I mean, they were influenced by Devourment. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I know that for a fact because I was hanging around with them and we were listening to Devourment. But I wouldn't call them a clone. They were doing their own thing. So check out this other scuzzy ass stuff. It's just like a scuzz night, I think. Trying to figure out where the hell this downloaded to. Let me see here. Check out this nasty demo. Whoops, wrong one. A little spazzed out from not being prepared doing this. That was nuts. Cool. I'm glad you liked it. It's just like I come on here and just play like what I listen to, basically. So it just happened to be listening to the band, and was like, you know what? This is something I want to play on here too. I don't I just don't. I want to keep it original as far as like this is my listening. I don't know how to say it. Here's another one. This had Dave Whitty on drums, and then they used to be called Eviscerate, and then they became this band. Check it out. Sorry about that. Some other music in my ear and the other thing. Heavy and groovy. Hell yes. Hello, sir. What's up, Trent? How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, they had Dave Whitty on drums from Human Remains. So obviously they were with that fucking heavy ass groove. Some of those members later ended up forming Cattle Press. They also were in a band with the guy from Ripping Corpse, the Dying Light. So Iba Horror, before they were Iba Horror, they were called Eviscerate, but they found that there was like another Eviscerate, so they basically changed their name to something a little more obscure, you know. So yeah, earlier tonight we were live on Instagram as well for a couple hours. I try to like incorporate like both scenes because it seems like there's a good death metal scene on Instagram, you know. So I feel like being on there is just as important as being on here. And you know, sometimes I just want to come on here, play some brutal music, and make people sick to their stomach. And you know, might just be stuff I'm listening to or whatever. That's usually what this show is about. This old band is from Sweden. They're one of my favorites. They had a demo called Infernal Excess. Check this out. Macrodex. This band is called Macrodex. They're from Sweden. So that demo was from 1989. Some of the members later got into like different bands. Like the bass player was in At the Gates. He was in House of Usher, Bombs of Hades. These guys were in Cryptic Kerberos, Chronic Decay, Infester from Sweden, and a lot of like really classic Swedish death metal bands. You know, they're you know, they recorded just a few demos and then they were on a compilation with a bunch of like Swedish bands years ago. They don't have a CD out, and I saw that in the chat. Yeah, they're called Macrodex. Super brutal stuff. Why don't you guys check this out? This is some scuzzy band that I still hang around with.
In some cases, especially those offenders who have been involved in necrophilia, you will find cannibalism. They want to totally dominate their victim, and so they'll eat part of their victim, and that way they have total, I own the victim now, they're part of me, and now I'm more powerful because I own them.
Something sexual in a different meaning with as tiny, yes.
Sloth, Super Sick Illinois. Yeah, exactly. Anal Lobotomy. That was one of their bands, and also Morgue Fetus. And yes, that is a drum machine. What are you, dumb? So yeah, it's underappreciated, man. That's why it's played on here. You gotta let people know, this is the good stuffs. You gotta play the good stuffs. This is an underappreciated band. Super heavy. No one ever talks about them. This is their demo from 1990, Swedish death metal. The demo is called Putrid Remains. All right, so that band Obscene from Sweden, which they have a link actually with the other band I played. They both had members of Crypt of Kerberos and also House of Usher. So yeah, I mean, but Obscene is like super heavy. One demo, Future Remains. Fuck. One of my favorites, old school death metal. You know, try to play old stuff on here, new stuff. You know, as you saw at the beginning, first or second song, I played something that was, well, at the beginning, I played Buco Purulent, but played Moisicus for Formidable Stygian Prison single from 2022. So, I mean, but that just came out on tape like 2 days ago, maybe. We try to, you know, mix it up a little here. Play some old stuff, new shit, you know, like a little of everything, because that's what I listen to. I don't just mess with just old death metal. I don't just mess with just death metal. So, but I mean, mainly this show obviously is about, this is Death Metal Podcast, right? So that's what I'm going to play on here. Had a couple announcements about a couple other shows. Again, we're not sponsored by any of these shows or people or anything. I just do this to try to support the scene. I think that they're cool shows, you know. There's one coming up in Mass with Vivisect, Ancient Death, Burt Bacharach, Desolate, and Sentinel Horror, the Codex Obscurum. That's about a month from now. You got this coming in the far future in Europe. Not too far future, I should say. Unearthed Morbidity with Spectral Voice, Undergang, Faceless Burial, Caustic Womb, Miasmic Necrosis, The Quisitor, Oath of Cruelty, Thenolith, Fetid, and Mortuous, and many more. Super brutal shit in Denmark. So yeah, I'll show some more flyers in a few. Let's play some other music. Trying to get my grind on. Here's a rarity. Danke. Funeral. I think we're going to do a double on that one because that was so brutal. So I'm just to answer in the questions in the chat and Are they still around? I believe so. Yeah, Necroharmonic put a release, first Funeral out beneath the columns of Abandoned Gods. We were supposed to put out the second record that came out on Cyclone Empire, but just whatever at the end there. And then as far as Evoken, Dave from Evoken also was in Funeral, so you saw him on stage there, so you were right on that one. Alex, who is now in Immolation, played in Funeral for a very short time, at which time he had met Matt, and then they formed Ruinous together. And then Ruinous are working on a new full-length album right now that will be out. I don't know. I'm not sure when it'll be out, but they're working on a new full-length album right now. And then you had you have Sean actually on drums there, and he's the drummer from Disma from the first album and the demos and Towards the Megalith. So he's also was in Disma. And then Daryl was also the guitar player of Disma, not the singer. So you have an intertwined unit, and then Matt also had a band called Collapsia. So you have an intertwined unit there of like so many different good, brutal, like sick bands. They're wearing Angel Witch shirts. You seen them back in Cleveland in 2020. Cool, man. Awesome. Sick. So let's give them a double shot, man. I think that was good.
Thank you to the promoter for having us. This is the last show of our tour with Undergang, our brothers. I want to say thank you for having a great time. You guys rule. This is a song from our first album, Depths of Misery. It's for everyone here.
That was worthy of a double shot, right? Fuck. Super brutal. Old a show from Europe at the end of the Undergang tour with Funebarm and Undergang. So yeah, super sick. That was a song that was on a release that I put out actually. Cool. I don't purposely play songs that I put out on here, just so you guys know. I mean, I think you guys, mostly everybody that watches this pretty much knows. But we play stuff I think is brutal. Maybe stuff like this. I never put this band out. You have it. Disciples of Mockery live, like you asked for, quickly. Yeah, I mean, obviously, big fan of those guys. Rest in peace to Ronnie Dio. He's a good friend of mine. Jim Rowe still out there killing it with the Primitive. Those guys doing things. Yeah, man. Like the drums alone in that is just like, whoa. Jim Rowe, if you want to really look at modern ass death metal, like you need to look right at that drummer right there, because I hear that many times people seem like they try to replicate a lot of that drum beat style, in my opinion. Yeah, he's not blast beating ever. Like he's just grinding. I don't know, man. You'd have to see it in person too. It's really, whew, he's a beast on the kit. I know. That dude is a fucking beast, man. Like it's good that other people pick up on that. I mean, show and prove, man. That's it. His new releases too, are recorded well by him himself. He plays guitar on them and vocals, and then they got an Autopsy feel to him too. So dude is like pretty incredible in many respects. You got to appreciate that, Yeah, so I talk to these guys a lot too. So it's not like, for me, I'm close to Disciples of Mockery, or the members of, as it was those days, and even I'm like dumbstruck by the brutality of Disciples of Mockery. We're gonna play this, and then I'm gonna show something cool. All right, that time it didn't blow up the stream like it did that other time. One time I played that and it was so heavy for the stream that it just was like, just destroyed it, Drum sounds sick. Hell yeah. How many eyeballs are in that logo? 18? Let's count them up. Many, right? So I got my demo tape today, actually. So shout out to Goat Throne. Sick shit. Can't mess with Texas, right? That's what they say. What about this band? I mean, I don't think anyone could mess with this either lately. Sorry, peeps. I was trying to cue something up, but it lined up in the wrong area. Pretty sick. That was just a bass player, and they're a two-piece, you know? Let me see what I was trying to line up, though, here. Let's get it queued up in the queue here. Death Metal Podcast effery. Sometimes you hit the wrong button, and it's just like, oh, no, that song ended. We're not going to go too long tonight. I was live on Instagram earlier, pulling out demos, pulling out fanzines. Definitely rocking it on there, you know? I wanted to flex my demos, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I think Dylan was like, yo, what's behind you? He's like, pull out a random demo. Next thing you know, it turned into like a whole episode about demos. Easy and fun. Easy to talk about. And yeah, I'm all about demos. I love demos. I got a rare thing here. This was a recorded album in '92 and never finished, never put out. The first album they put out was called Dreaming with the Dead, and they were really pretty big band, you know, Ripping Corpse. So they have a lost album from '92 that never got put out, which is amazing. We're just going to play a little something from it. I had it lined up a second ago. It jumped and played a bunch of MF Doom stuff all of a sudden. Let's see here. Just give me one sec. Thanks a lot, computer. I don't even remember what I was playing. I got a short-term memory issues. I think my brother was saying that he was emailing me something as well. But I was going to play this interim song here. Let's see here. God damn. All right, hold on a sec. Sorry, guys. All right. I played the Moisicus already. I did not play this one now. Let's see if I can line it up. All right, I have to download the video. So talk amongst yourselves. Let me just play something in the in-betweens right here until I get this downloaded. This is an old old video of one of my favorite bands ever. That was Rigor Mortis from New York, who eventually became Immolation. So yeah, I always just queued that up because I was thinking about what I was getting at earlier when I was looking for the file was there was a unreleased album in '92 that was recorded, and it just never came out. Like this band Ripping Corpse, they recorded the full length album, the Dreaming with the Dead. And then afterwards, they recorded another full length album. I don't think it had any vocals, but I'm going to play a little piece on here in case anyone's ever been interested or that sounds interesting to them, because to me, super interesting. The Ripping Corpse Innovators. Check it out.
I'm evolving vaccination, but the dark rebellion through black illumination. Let loose on silver screen. Sonic light is darkness, seeds that won't redeem.
Ripping Corpse, unreleased. I guess it did, that version had vocals on that thing. So yeah, that was it's amazing to think that like that didn't come out. I mean, that's an amazing record, you know? Like, and the vocals, the production, everything. Probably Eric Rutan, I'm assuming, because he joined on the third demo. So I'm assuming that he probably played on that. I don't know if he recorded it, but I'm assuming that he probably played on that, you know, because it's tight. All right, my man Dylan sent me something over here to play. My friend was in this band Murder Basket, and he has another band now. Here it is. Came out on 7-inch recently.
Something the masticated will
Headbang and shit. Brutal. My man Rob there. I remember years ago, like my man calls me up. I think we were talking about like Murder Basket or something. And it was like the first time I had spoken to him. And the first thing he asked me, he goes, "What's your sneaker size? What's your sneaker size?" I'm like, "What?" You know? And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm like 13 or whatever, you know?" And then, like, 12 and a half, 13. And then he's like, he got quiet for a second. I was like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "My girl works at Adidas." I'm like, "Oh, wow, that's sick, Yeah, definitely. Give me some sneakers, dude. Fucking A, man. I'll take some fucking free fucking Adidas. Thank you." Never happened, but I thought it was cool that, it threw me off guard, too, It's like, what's your sneaker size? And, cool dudes. Definitely, All right, so I'm just going to play a song or two and we out of here. I'm going to have to go back to something else here, man, because it was just so hard that I have to play more of it. And then I'm probably going to wrap it up early tonight because I did the Instagram live stream. Listen, if you guys aren't on Instagram, user losers, tune in or check out or whatever. Go to instagram.com/deathmetalpodcast and then follow it or whatever. Because I've been going live on Necroharmonic occasionally, and then I've been going live on Death Metal Podcast. So if I want to talk about regular death metal and not Necroharmonic, I'd like to go live on there, Maybe bring some bands on there. Not live, but ones that I can interview, So if you mess with Instagram, which you should, because there's thousands of death metalers on there, Instagram.com Death Metal Podcast. I just have to throw that in, Am I going to do a show or something? Yeah, I've been doing a show on there like every other week, and I was on there tonight for a couple hours showing off some demos and stuff. And you know what? I want to also shout it out on here. My man was watching me on here or on Instagram, and he sent me this zine. It's a botched orchiotomy zine. I guess I was talking about Revenant or something. Limited to 200 also. And there's like this pretty decent zine, man. It was like some Revenant in here, Belial, Cryptworm. Good stuffs. See, Revenant. There's like a whole huge like Revenant article in here with the help of Henry Vegian. So yeah, man, I'm gonna wrap it up for Death Metal Podcast. We do a shorter episode tonight. If you guys want to check out my Instagram videos, they're still up and live on Necroharmonic. So there's one that just has to do with like demos, and then there's one that just has to do with like fanzines. And they're pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, I've been trying to alternate between going on Instagram and going on YouTube, and that way feed the masses for Death Metal Podcasts. And I appreciate everybody that does tune in. We're going to listen to this, and I'm going to be out of here because I'm going to have some food. I can't think of the word. It's like those Jamaican beef patties, treat myself Saturday night. Juggling 3 jobs right now. Late night YouTubes are such a treat. Cool. You're welcome. I hope that, you can, even if you miss some, check out the replays on the old ones or whatever, There's a lot of content on here that it's like, we talked about stuff that's like ridiculous. But, after like going, I'll be live for like 4 hours now or something, or maybe more. Like, I don't know, I just can't even talk anymore, I love it, and I want to spread the stuff. So I appreciate the people that tune in. That's like cool as fuck for me, So let me put this on and enjoy and have a good night Saturday. Smoking up. Have a few shots for me, you know? Some Percocets. Hold on, guys. I can't get the visual. I'm trying to get the visual to come up. Video is so heavy, it's just like hard to play it. Cracked another beer for the jams? Hell yeah. It's like the video wants to catch up with the audio. I'm out of here, though. Enjoy this track.